Happy Friday 13th. This is the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we break down the film Heartbreak Ridge, starring Clint Eastwood, 1 minute at a time. I am Jack Perry, and my hetero life mate, Brian Lockhart.
Hello.
This minute begins with Gunny Highway telling the handful of Marines that he's got under his control that this is going to be a life-changing moment for him. And we end the minute with Stitch Jones doing the right thing and paying Gunny Highway back.
Out of the goodness of his heart, huh?
Out of the goodness of his heart. He saw the error of his ways.
Right. Yeah. He's seeing the error, all right.
he saw where he made a mistake. So, what interesting things do you have about this minute, sir?
It's just more of the same with Clint Eastwood basically telling these guys what life's going to be like from now on. Yeah. What do you say? I'm here to tell you all that life, if you know it, has ended.
Yeah, as he's looking at Stitch Jones, he's. I think everybody else is going to get to benefit from a lesson that Stitch Jones gets to teach.
What I like about that too is he still keeps that oh shit look on his face.
Yeah, the entire time.
He's just waiting for what's coming. As he's telling him life's going to end, like you said, he kind of points it directly at Stitch.
Yeah, he's just staring at him.
He's talking to everybody, but he's talking to Stitch.
Yeah.
Go to what do you say? You guys might as well all go to town, laugh, make fools of yourself, rub your pathetic little peckers up against your honey, or stick it in a knothole. Whatever it is, get rid of it, because at 0600 tomorrow, your ass is mine. And that's when he completely looks at Stitch Jones and grabs him by the ear.
Yeah. Money, where is it?
I noticed that he said 0600 and not 0600 because there O is not a number.
No, it was a letter.
There was one or two times previously that I caught myself when I was editing saying "oh" myself, and I'm like I never say "oh" in my real life. I'm like I always say 0, and it's because they got
The Marines.
Yeah, it got beat into me so much, and then literally when I'm doing it for the public, I'm saying "oh." I never do that.
Yeah.
So then it stood out that Gunny Highway said 0600 and not 0600.
Yeah.
I feel like the Army would say 0600.
Yeah, it's I mean it's an easy mistake, and it's like, you get used to hearing it. But yeah, it's just a Marine. It's one of those idiosyncrasies that Marines have. They're very well, generally, and I don't say all of them, but it's just one of those oddities that when you're around that for long enough that you get used to hearing certain things a certain way. And you're absolutely right. Like '06 is not something you would normally hear from a Marine.
It's 06, yeah.
It's 06, yeah.
It's funny because so the Marines have their own name for everything. Or of course, some of them are naval terms, and we talked about
Right.
some of that already with like the glasses being technically they're called portholes.
Right, yeah.
But or as the Marines like to call them, either BFCs or BCFs
Yeah.
or what? No, Jesus Christ, I can't even BCGs.
Yeah. IUDs or
Right. Well, you wear those, you don't need an ID.
Yeah.
But or as my drill instructor called them, the beat me, fuck me glasses.
Yeah.
But everything is something different. Like what is it? Sneakers or go fasters and just stupid
Yeah.
shit like that.
Until you get to the fleet. And then some of it sticks and some of it goes. What the hell are the flashlights called?
Moonbeams.
Moonbeams. Yeah, I need moonbeam. What the fuck are you talking? It's a flashlight, stupid.
I know that's the stupid.
You
Like some
stupid
of them,
boot.
like the stuff where port side, starboard side. You're talking about going to the head.
Yeah. Well, hell, I still, we still use those terms.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. Some things stick, but I get the naval terms. A part of the Department of the Navy, Marines can
On
and
ship a
do
lot.
on ship. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense that a lot of those terms will be used, but fucking moonbeam.
That was just silly. It was silly to begin with.
Or you can't say pen, you got to say like ink stick, and it's like get the fuck out of here. Pen is easier to say than ink stick, so it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. For an organization that prides itself on efficiency, you're adding syllables to something. Stop it.
But it is funny how some things do stick with you, and that's one of them. Like for me, like 0600. Another thing that sticks with me big time is your fucking gig line.
Yeah.
Dude, I am always checking my fucking gig line. And if nobody knows what a gig line is, it's like
If they weren't in, yeah. I don't even know if other services call them that.
that's a good point. I don't know either, but it's basically what, like your Charlies or any of your button up blouses,
Yep.
and you have the line that goes down from where you button your blouse down to where you button your pants and then your zipper,
Yep.
and that should all line up, and then your belt should be in line with that too. So it's like the right side of your belt tip should kind of like go in line with that or something like that.
Yep. Yep.
I know it when I see it. Explaining it's a little harder, but anyways,
Yeah.
even in jeans, I'm constantly fucking checking my gig line.
I'm
It's
all
it's
squared
just
away. I can go to Walmart now.
well, it looks ridiculous. So, maybe a couple years after we got out, I was up in New York and I was visiting family, and a buddy that we served with, Big Jim, he came up and met me, and we were hanging out, had a good time. When we met a bunch of college kids, they were fresh out of college or still in college or whatever. And I remember for whatever reason, we just saw this one dude who was like, his shirt was completely all the way to the right, his belt was all the way to the left, and
Oh no. I can just imagine Big Jim.
oh, we were like, "Look at that dude's fucking gig line. Look at this fucking asshole right here." He was the biggest asshole on the face of the earth because he looked like such a dipshit to us, and we had so much fun just laughing at that. And I go, in a million years that would have never drove before, but now I
Yeah.
can't unsee it, and I think this guy's a moron because he looks like this.
Yep. And Big Jim had a tendency, man. He had a talent. It was a gift for really just making somebody else being an asshole just that much more funnier.
Well, like the honing in on something and just
Yep. Going
kind of
with
like
it.
going with it, but also just making it the funniest it can be, and
Oh yeah.
driving it into the ground, but it's still funnier. 20 minutes later or 2 hours
Yep.
later, it's the funniest
Yeah.
thing you've ever heard.
Yeah, you'd look over and he'd be doing whatever it was again. Right,
Yeah, and
right, right,
I
right.
honestly, I swear to God, I think he fucked his gig line up and started walking up to people, and of course I'm dying. But it's such a stupid thing. But like I see it now, and I see it all the time. Like, look at the fucking guy's gig line over there.
Yeah.
It's just some of that shit stays with you, and it's the
Yep.
weirdest thing. You never know what's going to stick with you, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of terminology definitely is part of it.
I don't know. Some people would say, going through the military training like that brainwashes you. I don't think so. Well, I mean, I'm sure for some it's the case. I never felt brainwashed. I mean,
Right.
and I don't feel tardy. I brought my
I brought my
pencil.
pen. Give me something to write on.
Get some right on, man.
Well, you're right though. No, it is easy to get caught up in the rah, oorah, rah, rah,
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, it's what you're there for. But at the same time, it's also, and some people keep that level of motivation up for a long time. There's a reason people call it fuck the suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so clearly not everybody is brainwashed.
Nope.
Or the green weenie's gonna get you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's cadences. Some of the cadences involving Vaseline and uh, all good wholesome fun.
I think some people have a impression of Marines that they're just like robots.
Yeah, that's not the case.
I know my dad told me one time he was talking to like a coworker or somebody one time who was on a plane with Marines, and clearly these guys are Marines.
Yeah.
And the guy was shocked that they were just normal people. They were joking around, they were sleeping, they were doing whatever. Can't believe they were just like not like basically. I think some people think we're all, or Marines are all the palace guards outside of Buckingham Palace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And my dad told the guy, he's like, they're fucking regular people, and
Yeah.
and 9 times out of 10 they're young, like
Yeah, they're kids.
let's actually talk about the minute for a minute.
Oh, let's do that.
So after Gunny Highway grabs Stitch by the ear, he asks where his bunk is, and he kind of motions behind him, the door he
Yeah.
just came out of.
Yeah.
You were mentioning I think it was in the last minute in our
Yep.
extended episode because we thought we were done recording and we
Yeah.
going. What were you saying? Like you basically were pointing out, like where the hell is he coming from? He's coming out in a towel. You said he had shower shoes on. I'm like, no, those are fucking high tops.
Yeah, he's got high tops on. He's got his shower. He's got 2 towels, right? And he just comes busting in. Well, it just occurred to him it's possible that maybe he was working out, but why is he wearing a towel around his waist? Never mind. This stupid asshole just got out of the shower, but his hair's dry.
Yeah, he's wet and he's got like a shower, the toiletry bag. You know, he's coming out of a door, and this is what I want to bring up. Door says not an exit. Right? That's the door he comes out of. It says not an exit.
Yeah.
And he of course, what is he doing in the common area?
Wearing a towel.
My speculation, we said offline, that's why it was not an exit, because that's a shower. And then he was just coming through the common area. That clearly is like a hangout common area. And then, we find out this minute they go across the street. So maybe that's where their bunks are. So maybe, I was thinking, well, maybe he's coming through the common area, but the showers are attached to that. But you had made a comment about the Quonset Huts being set up a little differently.
Yeah. So when they actually go through, right? When I was in Pendleton many, many, many years ago, which actually was about 10 years after this movie was filmed.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The huts, the Quonset Huts, and I don't even remember if there were back doors on the ones that we were at, but they faced each other kind of like they do in the film, where everything opens up to it's not really an alleyway, but it's more or less a street. And when the ones that I was at, you went up maybe 4 or 5 steps, and there was a big concrete building that had, the shitters, pissers, and showers. Like that's where your head was, and it had maybe there might have been lockers, but we never really used them. We had our own foot lockers in the bunks that we were at, which I mean their barracks area is a little nicer, but we were just there for training. But yeah, so he's basically going. So like from my experience, he's actually Stitch when he arrives. He's actually coming in kind of from the front door. So maybe did they flip this thing around when they were filming? Nope, because there's no bench right there. So
yeah,
I guess
that's what I want to comment on. There's a continuity error. When the last minute started, or 2 minutes ago, actually.
Yeah.
Gunny Highway pulls up, and the 2 Marines, the Don't Obla, were sitting outside, and they are on a bench. There's no bench in front of this. I keep calling it a squad bay, but it's Quonset Hut, right?
Right.
And so Gunny Highway pulls up in the truck, and then he goes in, and there's a fire extinguisher right by the door.
Right.
So he goes in, he throws the shit. Then the next minute happens. He's still going through his spiel. Out of the white door that says not an exit comes Stitch Jones, clearly from the shower.
Right.
But then when Gunny realizes who he is, finishes his speech, and grabs his ear and says, "Where's your bunk?" he motions from the door he just came out of. Again, it says not an exit. So they go through the door, and all the Marines follow him. Then they cut to Clint Eastwood escorting Stitch Jones by the ear out the door of a Quonset Hut. But it looks to me like it's the Quonset Hut next to the one he entered in, because I got it paused at minute 30 or second 36. You can see the Quonset Hut with the fire extinguisher one further away. There's no fire extinguisher on this one here, and there's no bench anymore. But I don't see a bench on either one. Now, there is a truck parked in front of the other Quonset Hut too, but it looks different than the truck he pulled up in. So
so it wasn't.
So, but what it looks like to me is they basically acted like they went out the door of the one that Clint Eastwood entered in, and then it's like they ran around to the other Quonset Hut, went in the back door, came out the second one, and he's walking them across the street to where their bunks are, where they actually sleep and they keep their private shit. It almost reminds me of like when Scooby-Doo, when they would show the hallway with all the doors, and they were running in and out,
and all the Marines going and poking and hiding it, towing across.
If Stitch is running from Gunny, and they fucking run it, then they come in the same door, same time, and and they shut the door. All the other Marines are fucking doing shit in the background, coming into the other Quonset Huts too. So yeah, there's definitely a continuity error there. You know what? It's funny too is he drops the towel, and then the Marine with the sunglasses picks it up.
He just picks it up. He's like, "Oops." You know what I find funny too is that every Marine follows this one fucking Gunny that shows up, kicks her trash can, throws her radio, breaks a cue stick, and then grabs one of their other Marines by the ear. And apparently they're all like, oh, I don't know, maybe they think they're going to go in there and kick his ass too because their life is difficult because he pissed the Gunny off and they don't even know why. He's like, he just got here.
It's almost like when like a fight happens in high school and everybody runs over because they want to
Go see what happens. Yeah.
they want to see what happens. They're like, oh my God, something's going down. What's going on? So I like, Stitch is on his tippy toes all practically, in his high tops. And I noticed he says, it took me a couple viewings to figure out what he says. He's like, this is going to mess up your karma. I do not think that Gunny Highway gives two shits about that.
No, I don't believe he does.
And he's like, there's no need for violence. I'm a peace love Capricorn. So I try to look up Capricorn, right?
Yeah. You Googling his astrological sign?
Hell yeah. So Capricorn, it is an earth sign. Date range is from December 22nd to January 19th. The strengths are responsible, discipline, self-control, and good manners. That's not
Nope.
Stitch at all.
No, he's not.
Weakness, know-it-all, unforgiving, condescending, expecting the worst. I don't really call that Stitch either.
No.
They like family, tradition, and music. There's Stitch right there.
That's the one thing, and he's probably not even born in, was it December and then January? Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'll get into about that. It was all about relationships and stuff, but I just love this funny. Where does it say peace lover?
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn. It just sounds like he's talking shit. He's just trying to get out of it.
Yeah, trying to get his ass out of a crack.
Clint wants his money back. He's like, "Where's the money for the ticket?" And he hands over the money, and he said, "And the meal."
Yeah.
Remember, he said he would pay for the meal and didn't. So Clint Eastwood obviously ended up having to pay for it, or he did a bunch of dishes before he left.
Yeah.
And he clearly sold his bus ticket. I noticed there's a couple of nudie posters in the background, though.
Oh, those never escape my eye.
If you ever watch that on edited TV, they just shade it out, like the shadows are really dark.
Oh.
So it's like if you're watching on like TNT or something like that, it's you can still see that it's a scantily clad woman, but because it's already kind of in shadow, I don't know how they just shade it in so it covers up all the naughty bits.
Yeah. They have it pretty dark in there, which I thought was kind of amusing.
Yeah.
No windows.
I noticed there was 2 posters and a calendar, and they all of them were nude.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Well, I don't have anything else for this minute. What about you?
No, man. No, I think we're done. I think we wrapped this one up pretty nice.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll come back on Monday, and we'll hopefully wrap up this scene. Because Clint Eastwood still got him by the ear, so.
Yeah. Oh, he's got him good. I wonder what he's going to do with that pretty little earring he's got.
Yeah, because as we all know, piercings are not exactly allowed.
Yeah. There should have been about a dozen Marines falling out of damn air vents telling him, hey, you gotta do better. Devil dog! Marines would be coming out of manhole covers, trash can lids like out. It'd be a sergeant major flying in with a parachute. It'd giving them the knife hand. You better unfuck yourself, Marine.
It'd be funny if it's just a clip-on.
Yeah. It's not even pierced.
I had a part-time job when we were in the Marines, and so do you, actually, at the same place.
Yeah. Yep. That was fun. That was a fun gig.
It was good. It was always retail. It was at we're a bunch of mall rats.
Yeah.
Although I didn't have any patience for people without a shopping agenda.
This is a Kevin Smith reference night, is it?
Right. I just watch all those movies, man. But I remember there was a guy that we served with for a short amount of time, and he showed up and he had this fucking grill in.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And he's like, "Hey, man," and I was like, "Dude, what's up with your mouth?" And he's like, because he was buying like a CD or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh man, yeah, it's my grill." He's like, "Don't say anything." I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna say?" He's telling him at the fucking mall.
Who's gonna believe it?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you should have been like, "Well, no, it's 20 years in the past, but hey, man, Yeah, Gunny's behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. Be funny if Gunny Highway just grabs him by the ear. Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna? First off, we're in the mall and out in public.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're not wearing a uniform. Thirdly, I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, yep, that's enough out of me tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, before we go, let's do a few plugs.
Yeah.
We have the Marine Corps Movie Minute Facebook page. It's the Marine Corps Movie Minute Quarter Deck. We'd love it if people can join us. Tell
Yeah.
us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Talk about the movie. Talk about Marine Corps. Talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
Um, we're the Marine Corps Movie Minute podcast on Facebook. We're on Instagram as the Marine Corps Movie Minute Pod. I think Twitter is MCMM_podcast. So look for us all on social media, pretty much everywhere. Drop us a line. We have a Gmail, Marine Corps Movie Minute. Yeah, Marine Corps Movie Minute at gmail.com. So drop us a line if you have any comments or thoughts, and we look forward to everybody kind of joining in the conversation.
Yeah, man, we really enjoy it. Every once in a while, pipe in on the Facebook page, say something or post something kind of interesting. It's not super often yet. I'm not on social media as much as I probably should be, especially with something like this. But yeah, it's nice to see people that are enjoying the podcast kind of popping in every once in a while, or saying something or liking something that we're putting out there. There was somebody that posted something that had the different terms the different services use that I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, being that my kid's in the Air Force, I told him, "This one's for you, Junior."
Oh, it was appropriate. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Every time I laugh like Homer. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Join us on. You know what? It's a Friday, so I'm gonna just ask everybody to also go check out the moviesbyminutes.com for other movie podcasts if anybody wants to check it out, and also pay special attention to Star Wars Minute because they popularized this format.
Well said.
And I'm going to quote the Jay and Silent Bob guys who said that if there's not a movie on that website, if there's not a podcast for a movie that you want, then it's up to you to do it yourself.
Yeah,
or something like, I'm paraphrasing. It's something.
That's a good quote when you're paraphrasing.
Right, it's a quote paraphrase, and it's not even remotely what they said. So,
well, I heard this one guy said this one thing about this one time.
So my editing is going to tick up a little bit here. All right, well, Perry, there's no need for violence because, as you know, I'm a Capricorn. So, shut up, man. I'm just fucking throwing shit out there.
You're not a lover.
I have editing power here. So
the only musician skills you have is hitting play on the CD player.
I can't even do that right.
No.
Okay, Perry. I want you to go into town. I want you to laugh, make a fool of yourself, and rub your pathetic little picker up against your girl, or the fucking stick it in a knot in a hole. Because whatever it is, get rid of it. Because on Monday, when we come back for minute 28, your ass is mine. The Marine Corps Movie Minute podcast is the Poochie of the Movies by Minutes community. Excellent. Well, we'll have to come back on Monday. And
were you damn Rush Limbaugh back there rattling yours?
Am I formerly nicotine stained hands, you mean? I caught myself one time when I was editing. I'm like, all I hear is that. I'm like, no, man, I'm taking notes, man. I'm a professional podcaster. I'm a broadcast journalist. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you are. Yeah, I just sit here and talk shit while we watch a movie with my friend. You're actually doing research. You're looking at people, like you're putting forth the effort. I get to hang out on the internet with my buddy and have a couple cocktails and watch a movie that I enjoy.